What's up? Just waiting for my guest. Thank you. I don't know where my guest is. Drink on the water, waiting for my guest. Oh, she's here. Great. All right. Guess we ready to start now. Hello. This is episode 16 of Chop 15 with Jay Walker. And this is a special interview tonight because this is the first female I've actually been able to have on the show. It isn't like I haven't tried already. I have some booked later, but I couldn't get anybody at first. But I'm glad that the first one is happening to be this female. I've known her for a very long time. She's a very talented singer and rapper. All around great person. J Ross Parrelli. I'm going to go ahead and pull her in and say hello and start this off. Hi, friend.
What's good? Oh my gosh, how good it is to see your face.
How you doing?
I'm just here. I'm just holding space for people who need to speak and listening, and I feel great. I'm protecting myself and balancing, and yeah, it's good. It's real good.
Or
How are
no?
you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm not bad. I'm just, just trying to stay healthy, trying to stay productive,
Okay.
you know, as motivated as possible given everything that's going on, but I'm holding up okay.
Good. Good. It's good to see you, man. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you too. So how is life right now? Are you in Auburn right now?
I am. I'm in Auburn. Before the whole COVID, I started a bed and breakfast, an artist bed and breakfast out here in Auburn
Oh,
at my
really?
old spot, at my parents' house. I took over my parents' house.
No way.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So they live next door, which is really, really, really cool. Um, and so yeah, I'm stationed in Auburn.
So how does that work? So it's a bed and breakfast for artists. How does that work?
So when you're on tour and, like we're right in between Reno, Sacramento, the Bay, and we also connect on the hip hop education level. So I've been running real heavy with the Auburn Hip Hop Congress, as well as have my own nonprofit. So we always have youth workshops during the weekdays. So I
Nice.
host, again, I kind of host space. So on those off days, come stay at the old bed and breakfast out here, rock some workshops, and just kind of like relax, reboot while you're on tour.
Nice. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. I'm really glad you're doing that. That's like right up your alley because you used to invite people over to that place all the time anyway. So it's kind of like it's
You know
extended
what I
now.
mean?
Man. So, you have a little one now, I have seen.
I do.
How's being a mom?
Yo, it changes the game. It changes the whole game. That purpose and drive has never, I've never felt it on this level with this much passion before, you know. So my little, he's a blessing. He's 3 now. His name is Kaleo, and that means lion spirit. And that's what he is. He's just straight lion and spirit.
He looks like a little you. It's crazy how much he looks like you.
Oh my God, I love him. And he raps and he does parkour. So,
That's
you know,
awesome.
we got the studio here, so we take advantage of that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So, how are you? I know you've always been a person that has, you speak up for social injustice and stuff like that. You've always been that kind of person. How do you feel about what's been going on and recently? Do you have anything to like say about that or?
Oh yeah. You know, I think this is an important time for white folks like myself to really listen and to really dive into the education, to really familiarize ourselves with the history, and so we can see the repeated abuse and really see what's going on. I don't think we understand it, you know. So I'm super happy to see that these youth are taking the forefront,
Yeah.
and that for once um, I'm really hearing the most beautiful Black voices at the front line. And it's these youth. And these are the youth that you and I and all of us, we mentor these youth, and they're now uprising, you know? So it's like, it happened with
Awesome.
environments. It happened with gender. We used to be by gender. We're no longer by gender. We could be called, you know, it's just endless.
Hmm.
Our sexual preference is no longer just straight and gay. It's all over the spectrum. So hopefully these youth can really run with that and build the movement the way it needs to be built. So
Yeah.
I'm here, I'm listening, I'm open, I'm ready. There's there's a shit ton of us ready to go. You know what I mean? We just tell us where to go.
Yeah.
Where's the leader? Tell us where to go. We're ready. We're ready.
For sure. For sure. How's your brother?
He's
I haven't seen
good.
him in a while either. That's another guy I'd like to talk to, man. I'm about to get in contact with him. I'd love to interview him as well, man. How's he doing?
Yeah, man, he's good. You know, he really dived into he dove deep into crystal healing and just working with energies and stuff. So he of course still does music, but I believe he's more into traveling and yeah, crystal searching. And that dude is into it.
That's crazy, man. That's so crazy. I have nothing but good memories with you guys for sure. So so were you were signed, weren't you, or are you still signed to a label?
So I signed to Universal Music Group like maybe 2016, and after
Mm.
signing with them, you know, we hit a couple charts, and I was able, because of my nonprofit Beats, or because of this nonprofit Beats Lyrics Leaders, I was able to get my own record label and distribution through Universal Music Group.
Oh,
So I
okay.
do work
So you
with
a
them,
label
but
owner now.
yeah, but you know, it's in this day and age, like because things are changing so fast, I feel
Mhm.
like it's more important to have for people to have the power. So I actually haven't even utilized their distribution. I actually went through DistroKid, like
Like I'd rather just do it myself, huh?
you know, just because right now that's just not the business with what's going on and the whole AB5 that was just happening in independent contracting in the music.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, there's just so many things that it's time for people to take the power into our own hands for sure and become more
Yeah.
independent.
Yeah. And I think that is the key. You have to have your own. I feel like if you don't have your own now, if you don't own your own music, if you don't own your masters, like it's almost like what's the point of doing it? You're just giving away your value, basically.
Your creation. I mean, you're doing it at that point. You're doing it because you love it so much, and you're spewing that much music out of your body that you could just give it away.
I would hope so, but yeah.
The rest of us, you know what I'm saying? This is like it's an everyday lifestyle.
Yeah. So, you were when you were signed, you were down in LA. Weren't you living down there for a while?
I was in
Or were you
LA.
just going back and forth?
Yeah, LA for 10 years, and then I moved out to New York for 5 years. And when I was in New York, that's when I went out to New Jersey to meet with the refugee camp and work with Wyclef.
Okay.
And things kind of fell through with them, just being we had different ideals. And I ended up working with like Pharrell and John Legend in New York. And that's when I signed to Universal.
Wow.
And then I came back maybe 2015. Yeah, maybe 5 years ago, I came back because rent. And I was never there. I was always on tour. So it was like, why pay $2,500 when you're there for a week? I could rent an Airbnb and be there. So I ended up moving back here, which is when the progression became into, you know, coming back to this spot where I grew up and turning it into my very own. And Khalil came, so now giving me more of a purpose to develop this. So,
what was it like for you coming from Auburn, California? You know, small, 1,000 people maybe in Auburn? Is it like?
I mean, close to it could be. It feels like it. It feels like.
But from going from that to like LA and New York, like how was that? Was it a crazy adjustment for you?
Oh, hell yeah. Because, you know, like I went from a brother-sister music group to being in a slam poetry competitive form in college, where my college was all paid for, to being starving, broke, done with school. What the hell am I going to do with my life? Oh, there's an MC battle. I really love words. Let me go see what I can do. So the progression, it just happened so quick that the evolution felt natural. But when I look back, it's like, oh, holy shit. Like I was like this light skinned girl with a mini skirt in stilettos walking in the middle of the Bronx at 2 a.m. after winning MC battles, taking the metro back to Jersey City. You know, it's just like, when you think about it, you're like, what were you thinking?
Yeah. It's crazy when you look back on stuff. Yeah, it's crazy looking back on stuff like that. Like that's crazy. I couldn't imagine that for you. Like, is it coming from Auburn and then going to the Bronx and, you know, catching subway and doing all that? Like, because New York is a whole different world. It's a whole different world. And even LA, like when I moved to LA, it was such a culture shock for me, like how fast everything was. And it was an adjustment period, but it was fun, but it was definitely an adjustment period.
100%. The first time I heard a helicopter in Long Beach, it was like right after 9/11. And I'm like, oh shit, the whole world's gonna blow, we're gonna blow up. You know, my roommate's like, no, that happens every night. And you're like, ah. For sure.
So what's next for you? So what's next for you? Like musically, anything? Like are you working on anything new or?
Yeah, I'm hosting events, so definitely doing more, a lot of mentoring with young artists right now. I have actually just applied for Mills College in Oakland, so hopefully.
Hold on, put my screen. Sorry.
Come on in. Come and knock on our door. But yeah, I want to go back to college to get my master's in policy and leadership and education. And in November 2020, I'll be running for our local board of education, utilizing hip hop education as a tool in what we're doing and in our community. You know, and I love rapping. I love freestyling. So ciphers, I'm going to continue ciphers. Working architect just bounced on, but architect is one of the dopest producers in the Bay Area. Got some tracks working with him on that. Unlearn the World, we got some tracks. Dookie. So yeah, we're just rolling with punches and see where they land, you know, at this point. Again, just listening to what people need right now and how I can be effective and efficient in this movement. That's kind of the next goal.
Word. That's awesome. You've always tried to pay it forward with everything that you do, and it doesn't surprise me you're doing any of the things that you're doing right now. It really doesn't. So it's awesome to see you happy. It's awesome to see you helping others, and it's awesome to see you as a mom. That's great.
Oh yeah, for real. And it's good to see you too, following you, man. Can you tell me what's going on in your life? Like, can I get a nice little breakdown real quick? The folks want to know.
Oh yeah, sure. Okay, well, I'm back in Reno now. I just got married in September. So thank you. Me and my wife, we moved back to Reno, and I started my business officially in January. So I'm basically a I audio engineer, so I mix, master, produce. I do all. I went to school in LA and got my degree. So
right.
That's kind of what I've been doing. I still rap, but just not nowhere near as much. I'm more on the production side and stuff now. So I'm definitely looking to do stuff more of that kind of stuff. So I'm just trying to build my brand and establish myself in that realm more. So that's pretty much what I've been doing.
Dope, man. Dope. Any children on the horizon? Possibilities?
We are hoping and praying for that. Yes. So
okay, good. Just so we can put it in motion. You know what I'm saying? Put it into movement.
You could definitely put that energy in the air. It wouldn't be a bad thing.
Okay, good. Beautiful.
Definitely wouldn't be a bad thing.
Birthing it on the keys. Yeah, you'll have to send me some things. Let's do some work, man. Because
definitely, and I would love to like if there's anything like, you know, once things open up a little bit more and you're doing like classes and stuff, I would love to come down and maybe, you know, teach something or, you know, do a workshop or something like that. Whatever you guys do, I would love to help out.
I'm gonna hook you up with Rocky and Natalie, and let's get you. We're actually running Zoom workshops, and this is just a little shout out. Every Thursday from 4:30 till about 5:36, we're running Zoom workshops through the Auburn Hip Hop Congress Facebook page, and it's everything from, we just had Slim Kid Trey from Farside, Akil the MC from J5, MC Radioactive. We're having healing sessions. Miss Mariana, and Paul Willis. Just beautiful people are coming and contributing to this. So I would love to both link you with that, and then also let folks know when they're done here, they can go to the Auburn Hip Hop Congress page today and check out that free class live on Facebook.
Oh, it starts, is it going on now, or does it start, what time does it start?
Yeah, it's from 4:30 to 6 today. So.
Oh, okay. So it's actually going on right now. Okay.
Right now. Don't leave, but when you're done here, after you hear what's going on, crack-a-lacking.
Well, man, I'm not going to keep you too much longer because I know you got to do the mom thing, but I do appreciate your time, and it's so good to see you. I'm glad you're doing well. And like I said, yeah, let's stay in touch, and like anything that I can do to help out with what you're doing, I'm more than glad to. So. Okay,
well, we're in it, man. We're in it. Let's roll. And same vice versa. Thank you for you and just everything you do and using your voice and all your power for the good. I truly appreciate you as a human being, and especially in this time and stuff. So it's beautiful to see you, and to know that my son has role models like you in this world it's just a blessing. For real.
Thank you.
And Henny, shout out to Hen, dude. Henny just had a little baby too. Like Hennessy's on he's on the mission.
And I gotta get you on here too, Hennessy. We gotta get a date to get you on here too. So I'm gonna hit you.
Yeah. Well, much love, my man. Thank you so much for everything. Lots of love to you and your wifey and future family.
Thank you. I will be in touch with you, definitely. You take care, okay?
Sounds good. Bless you.
All right. I would like to thank J Ross Parrelli for her time tonight. It was really good to talk to her. Thank you to everybody who tuned in to see this interview. I appreciate you guys' time. I mean, this is number 16, so it's moving along, and I'm glad you guys are along for the ride with me. So tomorrow I have my boy Nat. It'll be a 9 p.m. interview, so I'll be back a little later tomorrow. Hope you guys can tune in. But until then, peace.